it's Sarah from the Zebra Tribe. So I'm bringing you guys a quick back to school haul. You guys know I've moved and I've been meaning to do this for a while, and time just, I don't know, time's always against me. So I'm going to show you some of the simple things that I have purchased. Aaron and I have both purchased for back to school. Being that we're a homeschooling family, we actually have a ton of resources. And so every year we don't necessarily need to pick up the exact same things or pick up what we basically need. And this year I'm actually going to be more sensible and start photocopying and printing versus just picking up more and more books every year, because it becomes pricey. And not only that, it's just you end up with a lot of material. So I'm going to start off by showing you some of the simple things that we bought. And of course, a lot of our stuff is purchased from Scholar's Choice. But this is a store that I basically started off by purchasing all my homeschooling stuff. We do go to other homeschooling stores that we've discovered, and we actually plan on going to one pretty much after we start homeschooling, since when school begins, because it's just a little bit out of the way. So I'm going to start off by showing you some of the stuff that we bought at Scholar's Choice. And I'm so excited. I'm always excited about new material, guys. This is one of the books that we picked up, and it's called Wonder Stories. And let me see, this one was about, it has 28 exciting questions and fascinating answers. And you can see on the cover, it has questions like, what are hiccups? What is a tornado? And what is a mirage? And so forth. And this is an activity-based book that everyone's going to be working from. Then we have a book, and it's called Perplexers, and it's a bunch of short stories, and it has ask you questions pertaining to it, and you have to fill out the right things. And this is a level A, and this is also another fun book that we will be going through with the girls. Yeah, it basically determines like children's understanding of the material, and yeah, it's basically testing to see if they understand what they're reading. So that's very good. Reading comprehension is essential. Another book that we recently purchased is called Rocks and Minerals, because now Michaela is entering grade 6, and so it's very important for her to have something interesting to study. I do remember studying rocks and minerals in school when I went, and this is for grade 4 and 6. So Gabrielle is also entering grade 4. They both can work from this. In fact, I probably will have them all work from this. And this is another thing that's considered extracurricular, because we do have our core subjects that we focus on. This one is grade 4, Canadian Daily Math, and this is for Gabrielle because she's entering grade 4. We have another one, and this is called Singapore Math. Aaron and I, we really enjoy working from the Singapore math books, because they're based off of the math in Singapore, which is generally more advanced, and they touch base on stuff that some kids don't even touch in the grade level here. So we do enjoy working from this. It actually helps them to be ahead of the game, and so we just want to continue with that. This book right here is for level A and B, and this is for Michaela. This year I'm actually gonna, like I said, I'm gonna be printing it out. I'm gonna be taking pictures and printing out the material. That way Gabrielle can also work from this book later on. We also picked up a book. We like to work from Spectrum books as well. They're really good. And this is a grade 6 language arts book. This will be for Michaela. I think Gabrielle can also do some of the things within. I mean, if she doesn't understand certain things, that's okay, because it is for a level 6. If I do give her work from this book, it will be considered like extracurricular enrichment type of activity. Then I have another one here. This is called How to Write a Story, and it's for grade 4s and grade 6s. And I really enjoy books like this, because it really not only does it have, like, it tells you how to mark them properly, it gives you a good guidance, gives like the parents a guidance of how to go through it and how to teach your kids through this book. Not to say you have to, if you're a homeschooling parent, you don't have to follow it exactly, but then it also teaches you, it goes through and teaches you how to describe a book. It tells you how to identify the characters, and it kind of has them in little mini assignments, which are really good, because kids often have time explaining themselves You know, if they can read a book back to back, but if you ask them questions, sometimes they're unsure, they don't know how to answer it. These kind of books are very, very helpful. If you want me to go in depth in any more of these kind of things, I definitely will do so. Now on to like the fun stuff, right? Brain Quest. We love Brain Quest. They're just like extra, they're like questions and things. It's just very knowledgeable, fun questions that your kids can ask or answer. And what they don't know, they will learn. The cards are all attached to this unit and you move them back and forth. I wish I could show you the one that we've already opened, but the girls have it upstairs somewhere. And it contains the answers on the back. So these are really, really good to just help your kids become aware of simple, it's like simple everyday stuff that you probably don't touch base at school, or you probably don't touch base at home. So I love these. This one is for grade 6, ages 11 to 12. And the cool thing about this is that like it is for like Michaela's age, but then she plays them with her sisters, and like they do this and they don't even consider it learning. They just think it's fun. If one talks a lot, one has less time to think. That's a beautiful bookmark. It's funny. And it's an Indian proverb. There's the monkey. Hubby picked up this IQ Buster. Every year we try to add like some little fun thing. Last year was the Rubik's Cube, and this year it's something similar to the Rubik's Cube. And another thing that I just picked up is this thing. It's called Tubaloo. It's a Tubaloo, and what it is essentially it is a little phone thing, but it's not. It comes apart. It can come apart like this. Let's hope I didn't break anything. And then you just stick it back together. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, you just stick it back together like this. And when you talk into it, you can hear yourself speak very clearly. What it is, it's basically a tool or a mechanism designed to help children speak clearly. Now, Gabrielle, for instance, sometimes she talks a little too fast, and sometimes she doesn't say, I don't know, it's not really a problem anymore, but it was at some point. Charlotte, I would say, is the one who kind of has like a little bit of a lisp. It's not really a lisp, but every now and again she gets tongue-tied. And so we bought this. It was relatively cheap. I think it was like $6.99 because it's just a little piece of plastic. But might I add, it really does work. When you speak into it, you hear yourself speak. And so therefore, if your child is speaking in a way that is not clear, they will hear how they sound and they would want to correct it. So it's a good tool to help your child correct their speech impediments or speech impairments, whatever it is that they're suffering from. This can help. Now, when we purchased it, the lady also told us, this is not the original packaging, by the way. This is actually the packaging for the headset. The lady informed us that we should pick up the headset, which was a big fail. It just doesn't fit Charlotte's head, and it also can't go over all her hair. It doesn't work too well with that, so that was a waste of $5. We picked up a vision board in a sense. That's what we plan on using this for. This was purchased, I think, at the Dollarama. It was $3. So that's that. Then we picked up, I think this is for Michaela. It's a little magnetic whiteboard. It's a small one. We actually have a few large ones that we use for homeschooling. And this is a small one for her. This was bought at Walmart, I think, for maybe $1 or $2. A bunch of other stuff that I picked up for myself are these Post-it notes, because I like to write little notes to myself about my preparation and what I plan on doing for the next day, or just little messages, and I like to stick them onto the fridge. Now, I haven't used these ones yet, and I'm pretty sure they are sticky, I think. I keep hoping they're sticky and they're not just like pages that flip over, but they should be. They're called Post-its. So yeah, these will come in handy. I also bought myself some Sharpie highlighters. These are essential. And last year I made the mistake of picking up the multicolored package. Don't like that because no one wants to. I really hate highlighting in orange, purple, and blue. It just doesn't make any sense to me. I don't feel like I'm highlighting anything. So I will stick to the fluorescent yellow or green, as you want to call it. For myself, I also went ahead. I picked up a bunch of pens. These were just really cheap. They were in Walmart when I was in there. This was $1.20, and then it was like the same thing to pick up 5 of these for $1. So I ended up picking up, yeah, 5 packets of those, and I just couldn't decide which pens I wanted to work with. And I lose my pens all the time. Though I work in the homeschooling room, sometimes I travel with my planner elsewhere at the kitchen table and whatnot. And so I end up misplacing my pen, and then I can't find any. So I picked up a bunch to replenish my stash, and hopefully I don't lose any. I also picked up sample sharpener. This is one. Sharpens both big and small pencils. Then, is that it? Oh, I also picked up some big mechanical pencils. These will be for Michaela. This is actually her first year formally using these to write with. I don't know how it's gonna work. Like, it's not that she's never written with these. It's just that she's never, like, now she's actually gonna use them for writing. So we'll see how that works. I'm not sure. Then we also bought, I bought some stamps because I like to give them a little encouragement when they do well. So that one said, well done. This one says, super. It's got a little flower on it. And this one says, very good. And yeah, I just like those because, like I said, they encourage your kids when they are doing well to just keep doing a good job. And I feel like there are some other stuff that I have. I bought a bunch of other books. Thanks for watching, guys, and much love. Bye, guys.